Where Shadows Run by Craig Hallam. Anna. There is a girl, or so she seems. You've seen her face in fitful dreams. Black the ribbons in her hair, black her grin from here to there. Her dress the merest moonlight trick, her eyes too deep, too dark, too quick. And of this girl not much is known, although the tales have grown and grown. When she sleeps, she can't be woken. She loves when you leave your windows open. She hides like a spider, she bites like a mouse. She's already been inside your house. And when she's alone, to lift her spirits, she finger paints with children's digits. The Nowhere Place. There is a place where no one goes, a street that no one visits, a garden wild with grass and thorns, and walled with grasping privet. The brambles snag your wandering feet, the ground unsure on purpose. The sun can't bring the daytime there, the compass leads in circles. But if you make your winding way, though nature gave her warning, you come upon the Nowhere Place that wasn't there this morning. Who lives there now? Who lived there then? Does anyone come calling? Though you ask and ask and ask, you know the answer. No one. Worry not your little head, such thoughts are not for children, but stay away from the Nowhere Place, or join those we've forgotten. George. George liked the dead, the clientele who came across his table. Polite and patient, no bad words, good listeners and grateful. He gave them all his very best, with makeup, clothing, hair, ready for the final road and what they might find there. If one thing were to bother George, it was the living's gall. To take his friends so well turned out and toss them in a hole. To end this inequality toward the friends he cherished, George took his knife out on the town, till everyone had perished. And then, as always, pleasant George did what politeness recommends. To be the perfect host, by rope, he joined all his new friends. Her. I met her, an ochre braid, grass-printed knees and hands, sips of cool lemonade. I loved her. Silk shift to cotton shroud, lips to lacquered wood, songs to silence. I saw her, dancing bare bones in moonlight to the cricket choir maladrat. I heard her, beyond our bedroom door, whispering sick nothings, beetles on her breath. I'll see her again, by stone and flower, fresh tossed soil, on a pyre made for two. Beach of the cosmic gods. Can you not hear them? Their voices ebb and flow, whispers of foam on a gravel shoreline that creeps up through my feet, soaking me, chilling me. If it gets much louder, I'll float out on the sound, I know it. The world tilts, trying to shake me off, to send me tumbling like a spider into the hypnotic churn of stars, right toward the anglerfish moon, where the void will open with such teeth, such teeth. But I hold on to the earth, pockets stuffed with pebbles, more still cutting into my palms. I weigh myself against the stars, my waning will grasping the wrist of gravity. But they are too patient, too endless. Someday on my final bed I will slip, piece by piece, then all at once, to be gobbled up by the gaping maw of those who wait. Old Owl. To bed, Old Owl did hoot. There's nothing in the night for you. Cold fog creeps throughout the forest, and whispering things too dark, too horrid, make vows to you they will not keep. But you are safe if you're asleep. Little Billy Bluefeet. Little Billy Bluefeet, they called the urchin lad, who slept out on the cobbles, wearing naught but rags. 'Twas the bleakest winter the streets had ever seen, when Billy knocked upon a door and asked to be let in. But inside was so cozy, and flames are quick to die. So the family called aloud, "You cannot share our fire." That was the eve of Christmas. They found him the day after, huddled on the snowy step, Billy blue all over. It was a year to the day as Christmas corn was popping in holly-hung fireplace when someone came a-knocking. Little did the family know, or have good reason to doubt, although they much protested, they couldn't keep their caller out. On the day of Christmas, they were found by the police, beside a fire still glowing warm. The whole family froze in place. And stranger still, the sergeant said, there was snow despite the heat. And in the white I swear I saw the tracks of little feet. Lost glove. Little blue glove, red zigzag about the wrist, months unmoved. Last winter you were there, and still you sit, held slack on the railing against all weathers. Why does no one take you? Perhaps they feel with some simian sense that sure as the frost now lays in your woolen paws, so a chill hand also remains. Tonight, a crick of boards, a movement swift. In the corner of your room, your eye, the shadows. Quickening drums inside, bare boards, bare feet rush closer, and your blanket seems so weak a wall to hide behind. Little witches. 3 little witches dance circles on the grass, dirty feet and knees and faces. They chant in time of roses in rings, kissing in trees and mercy for things caught alive. 3 little witches, string numbers on a thread, casting their spells with skitch, skitch, skitches. They chant in time, etch rituals in chalk, and dance their tarmac rites. 3 little witches, so eager to grow, paint their faces, gild their fingers. How far must they go? What things will they do to appease the names they sign by their own? 3 witches, remember the curb, the ball, the rope, the stitches. Chant their old rhymes, weep with wisdom, and summon the old power that has endured. An ill-advised stroll. Low and wavering, an aspect of the owl in its voice, comes the bray of dark intent. Some primal sense makes snail tracks down your spine. Dread roots you to the spot, and you can only turn to regard the darkness on all sides. The sound rises like bare souls gnawing on the boughs. The forest shivers for you. Worms writhe deeper in the earth. The moon draws a cloud to hide its face. It has seen this all before, and wishes not to again. Low and wavering, an aspect of the owl in its voice, comes the bray of dark intent. An open door. I wake in the night to a room moonlit, where shadows shiver like masses of spiders, and icy fingers of wind whistle beyond the frosted window. I steal a breath as the nightmare fades. The frightened child retreats, and a fragile sense of safety dawns. Yet my eye is drawn toward the open door. An aperture on the abyss, a corridor drenched in darkest shades. I cannot look away as I choke on the realization that the door was closed when I came to bed. Gentle repose. The roots of the tree you planted on me grow down deep in the holes where my eyes used to be. Beetles scurry across my bared teeth, dancing darkly to the sound of your feet above. The tears that you cry soak down where I lie, as you invoke your desire to return to life things best left buried. I hear you, my dear, though I am beyond your reach, and I beseech you to join me below. Your breath holds, blood runs cold, you hear me, you know, and you bolt from my grave. And I am left alone, with the desert of my soul, a blood-starved beggar who knows that you'll never come again. My love has gone on ahead. My lips move along with some old prayer as I take my vigil, watching the laboured rise and fall of lace-draped ribs. Her pale tongue is dwarfed by the vault of her mouth, rattled by shallow breaths that rasp through cracked lips. This husk of a thing I remember as a solid flame, dancing with beer-soaked feet on the bar. Wicked hair, once one with the wind, has become a single silver tangle, and her hand, made of string and knuckles, gave such comfort once. My lips move along with some old prayer as I wait, alone, for this vessel to realize my love has gone on ahead. A dusty old fan hums, rippling the bare cotton that fools me to hoping she moves, that there might be some last glint of bravery in her grey-soaked eyes to settle this fear in me. I am a fool for her again, as our dream of growing old together comes true in a hospital bed and tandem armchair. My lips move along with some old prayer as the night stretches thin. It seems that she waits for the very second, the very moment that my eyes drift toward the star-dappled window to pass. While I don't see, I feel, and return to find her still as the furniture, cooling, heavy, sinking into the sheets around her. I exhale, as if it were also my last, and my breath fogs in the newly frigid air. My lips move along with some old prayer as my heart quickens. I grow still in the old chair that has been my companion these long nights. My eyes dart to the corners of the room where moon shadows shift, cast by curtains billowing in a draught that shouldn't be there. Unsure of why my breath is held, my eyes unwilling to blink, I see it move. In my periphery, I drag my eyes away as I do not wish to see what might visit on so fatal a night, unbidden, uninvited, intangible, and yet I feel its presence sure as my prickling skin. My primal fear speaks. If I am still, perhaps it won't see. Perhaps it will pass and I can remain until the sun brings bravery. My primal fear speaks. If I am still as my love, it might take me. This shade that has come for Lord knows what might take two rather than one. And would it be so bad to drag me hot on my love's heels to an eternity where her wicked hair might catch the wind again? My lips move along with some old prayer as the temptation passes. And so does the shade, the night, and my fear. My love has gone on ahead. Daddy dearest, Daddy dearest, it's feeding time. Share with me your look of pride, as for the first time I break the skin with little teeth as sharp as pins. Oh Daddy dearest, it's feeding time. Let's break our fast at fall of night. Daddy dearest, please teach me, as we sit beneath the hanging tree, of light and water, bitter tastes, things to keep your darkling safe. Oh Daddy dearest, please teach me the things you've learned cross centuries. Daddy dearest, can we play? Make the pale puppets sway and sing of life, how swift it ends. Make me giggle with their floppy limbs. Oh Daddy dearest, can we play? Just one more song before day breaks. Daddy dearest, tuck me in and tell me tales of human sin, of how their folly leads them to wander into darkness where we hunger. Oh Daddy dearest, tuck me in, slide closed the lid upon my crib. Daddy dearest, stay with me? I am so tired but cannot sleep. The night light fades and I'm afraid the men will come while you're away. Oh Daddy dearest, stay with me, a wrist to suck until I sleep. Daddy dear, I have such dreams. The humans come, they make me scream. I wake with fright to find you here, braving sunbeams that you might be near. Oh Daddy dearest, stroke my head and sing to soothe me back to death.